Well, I grew up in a musical family. My dad was a violinist. My mother sang in choir in church. So music was pretty much in our family for a long time. And my dad first wanted me to play accordion, which I really couldn't stand. So I took about 4 months of lessons of that, and then decided guitar was the way to go. So I played in a country band called the Moonlighters. That was an experience to behold. That was kind of interesting. And we played all over the panhandle of Florida. And then we moved back here in '77, moved back to Titusville, and started playing, of all places, at the Lamppost Lounge in Cocoa Beach. Wonderful place. You should go there. It's just exciting to be around. Played at a trio. We were the house band. Then I met at that venue. I met a guy named Bill Eustace, who in the 1950s had a hit song called Cherry Pie, or actually in the 1960s had a hit song called Cherry Pie. And so we started putting a group together, and he started performing with us, and eventually I went on the road with him, and was on the road with him for a while. And then as we started having a family, it just became more and more difficult, to have a family life while you're traveling. So I came off the road because family was more important than playing music. Played in a couple of other bands, but yeah, the problem with bands is a lot of times they don't pan out because of personalities. You have a lot of personality differences, and it's not that the people aren't good musicians or anything. It's just a difference in style, a difference in taste. So a lot of that, you have to work through those kind of things and decide whether it's really worth the effort, to put into it. The recent band that I played in, called Legacy, we played Thursday Night Live, which was an event that happens in the city of Titusville, where they have different musicians come and play on Thursday night, because you have to draw business for the downtown area. So that was a recent venue that we played at. We also played for what was it? The Beer and Wine Fest? Yeah, Beer and Wine Fest last year, which was a big event. We played for the Food Truck Wars, which was kind of interesting because we didn't get to eat, but we played for the Food Truck Wars. And the Legacy band was primarily a blues band. It was a 4-piece group. Bill Eustace, that I played with many years ago, who I guess a year and a half ago, out of the blue, called me and said, "Hey, I'm doing this recording project. Would you be interested in playing guitar?" So I said, "Sure." Little did I know how much time it would take. But it's been a very good adventure. We go to a studio in Melbourne called Studio 101, and it's a local studio, and it's really a nice studio. And what we do is, Bill had picked out some songs that he wanted to record, found a young lady that sings on them. We started these recordings. Bill had found songs by a songwriter named Jack Blair and Mickey Newberry, the songs that had really never been recorded before, but were very good songs. And he produces them. And so we spent some time in the studio putting those songs together. And the project's coming along. We've had a little break just because of scheduling issues, and we're going back in the studio probably in the next few weeks to finish that project. The music industry has changed so drastically. It's not the same anymore because anybody can have a home studio. Anybody can build in their garage a recording studio, bring musicians in at different times, drummer one day, keyboard player next day, put it all together and make a song, which is what a lot of people do now. That's what's changed a lot, and to do it the way Bill is doing it is pretty much the style of like they originally used to do it in the 50s, 60s, and 70s before digital technology came along.